Hey everyone, I'm Kristy Joe. Now, as you are getting going in this journey, the most important thing that you are going to need is a story and a message to share with people. And you may be thinking, I don't have one. And that may be a concern to you because you're not sure what to share and how to get people on board. So here is what we know. Stories are very powerful and you have one. So we're going to show you there's actually a formula that helps people receive your story, it be very effective, they feel it, and want to take action because of it. So the best way to show you this is going to be to actually demonstrate it. I'm going to tell you my story, and then we'll go together to go through the formula. So in 2011, I was standing there. I had just gotten a letter in the mail, and it said, "Congratulations, you have been accepted to the Masters of Fine Arts at the University of Utah." And it was everything. That was my dream. That was my goal. Since the age of 12, I had been dancing. I started dance very, very late in life because my family didn't have money. And I got sponsored by a studio to start dancing, and I accelerated very quickly. I was a very good dancer. And I began choreographing. I won competitions all across the state, and I coached and I judged and I performed, and that was everything. I wanted to be an artistic director of dance at a university. And I had a beautiful back that could bend in half, but that was for a reason. I have scoliosis. I should actually stand like this. And I don't, and that's another story. But at that time, as I'm looking at the climax of everything I'd ever wanted in life, this paper, I actually tore it in half because I thought about the years of pain that had been increasing, and all the acupuncture and all the doctors and everything I had to do to continue performing. And I thought, can I do 3 more years of this to my body? And I knew I couldn't do it. And it was the hardest decision. And I was mad. And so because all of a sudden everything in my life was irrelevant and my identity of a dancer was stripped from me, I actually ran off to a foreign country. I tried to run from my problems. And my already disordered eating habits got worse. And I began stress eating. I began comfort eating, if you will, binge eating. And it became very, very bad. For almost 11 months, this depression, this anxiety, I finally moved back to America, but it was destroying me. And my life was very dark. And I had no purpose anymore. Until 2012, when I was driving down the freeway thinking of how awful my life was and how everything was falling apart, and there was no hope for me, and I was a nobody. And I knew at that moment, this thought welled up inside of me that I could become the master of myself. And I almost didn't believe it. But then that thought came again, and I drove home. And I decided I was going to change my life because this was not going to take me down. And I didn't know where it was going to end up, but I knew that I could take action that day. And I could throw out all the food in my fridge and my pantry, and I could start to believe in myself. Well, 4 months later, I was in the body of my dreams. 4 months later, I decided to start actually realizing maybe I had some value and something to contribute to the world. I began to realize that maybe this voice and this power and this authority that I had had in the dance world could be shifted and channeled into a new direction. All the things that I had learned to overcome this depression, this anxiety, this binge eating, and a lack of control in my life, maybe I could actually start to help people as I had helped myself. And that was the game changer. I found my voice through learning to develop from my negatives. The thing is, we all have negative things in life, and that is what makes us who we are. It doesn't define us. That is the catalyst into progression, into change, into overcoming. So that is what we're going to help you to find. I just shared with you the story that I personally went through, that now I am living an incredible life. I am able to help thousands of people. My life has changed. You wouldn't know I have scoliosis, and I still teach dance master classes. Am I an artistic director? No, but I am still living my passion. I have learned to transition, and there is growth in the movement. So now it's time for you to find your story. We all have a different story. So open your mind. We're going to teach you the formula of how to do this. So let's move on.